guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl here, Miss Bree, presenting as always Triple B, business, brains and beauty. Today I'm going to be talking about a brains topic, but it kind of links to business as well. So I'm just going to get straight to it. It's all about money management. So how money management is important. Money management is important in all levels, okay? But before I go into any details, if this is what happens to you when money comes into your account, okay, when you get paid by anything and then you just start spending, if your account looks like this, then you need to stay locked in. You need to stay locked in and listen to what I'm about to tell you, okay? As I always say, I'm not a financial advisor by any means. I'm just sharing my opinion and my experiences with you guys, and something that you might want to take a few notes on and might want to add into your life, okay? So I went to see a personal banker, and this personal banker told me how I should set up my accounts, how I should set up my money and all of this stuff. So I'm going to share that with you today. So his advice was to, when money comes into your account, to split it. Okay, split it into different categories based on your requirements as a person, and every individual has their own requirements. So I'm going to go through a spreadsheet that I created after speaking to this personal banker and exactly what he told me to do. Okay, so we're on the PC now. So I wanted to show you guys the spreadsheet that I use for my money management based on the advice that I got from the personal banker that I met. So I've created a spreadsheet on some random details that I found online, because I wasn't ready to show you guys my income and everything like that. But due to relationship building, as I'm engaging with my followers and subscribers, I will be releasing that probably at a later date. So that is why this one is an untitled spreadsheet. So what I did was I got the average income from 21 to 29 year olds, which came out to be £26,000. I removed the tax deduction of 20% from this, and then I was left with the amount of 20,800 per annum, and then I divided that by monthly. I divided that by 12, and then I got £1,733. So what I did was, for this particular individual, based on the money they're making, and if they are based in London, I would say that they should stay at home. The reason why I would say this is because they won't survive. Basically, they won't survive. Not in London, and outside of London, you could survive, basically. So that's probably where you would want to go to. But let's go straight down to it. So what I did, I broke it down through expenses, subscriptions, hair products, toiletries, essentials, and gifts and Christmas presents. So what I do is I put in the details of rent, phone, gas, electricity, council tax, home insurance and water, and you could obviously change it depending on the actual amount for yourself. Then I did a subscription, because a lot of us have subscriptions with like BT for our internet and our phone line. We all have our Netflix account, gym, NatWest, and you might even have like a Spotify account, Apple Music, all of the stuff you can add onto there. And then you have your hair products. So it's for female, you got hair products, and the guys as well got hair products. And I also put perfume in there as well, toiletries and essentials and gifts and Christmas presents. The bit that I love the most is the gifts and Christmas presents, because we always tend to spend a lot during Christmas, and it's always a stressful month. But Christmas and people's birthdays are something that we know is going to come up every year. So we actually need to plan this. So if you know you're going to be spending on each individual in your household, then you already know how much you're going to spend on them throughout the year. So I would say budget, well, for me, I've got to spend on 8 people, so I would budget £50 per head. All right, so when I budget the £50 per head, and I split that into 12 months. So £50 per head for 8 people would be £400. And then I will split that by 12 months, which gives me £33, but I rounded it up to £34. And what I would do is every month I would save that £34. So by the time I get to December, I have my budget of £408 ready for when I need to buy these presents. And the same for birthdays. These people's birthdays come up once a month. You already know when the birthdays are going to be. So why don't we plan ahead for this? So what you would do is put away an amount every month for a particular individual's birthday, and then save. And everyone's birthday don't come around in the same month, so you'll be accumulating the £34. It will be compounding. So when it gets to that particular individual's birthday, say March, you already have a certain amount of money put aside to buy a present for that individual. The reason why this is good is because if you're hitting a month where there's loads of people's birthdays, you don't actually have to use your wage. You will use the wage for that month. You will use what you've accumulated over time. So that is what you would actually want to do in that particular instance. And the same for a partner or someone special in your life that you want to spend money on. You know their birthday only comes once a year, so you say how much you want to spend on that individual on their birthday, and you divide that by 12, and you know every month I need to put £12.50 aside to buy Brenda a present, okay, when her birthday comes. So money management is all about planning, really. It's all about planning. Okay, so what this helps you to do is see, okay, cool, this is all my outgoings, and this equates to £879.70. So the money left over is £853.63. So some of us already know that this is not what we see at the end of the month. We do not see this number. And why don't we see this number? And it's probably because of other expenses. And I know, for example, someone's going to be like, why haven't you put social outgoings? So let's just say we insert below social outgoings. You want to put a budget of around £200 there, all right? The reason why you want to put a budget of £200 because that's what you want to spend, yeah? But just know that when you spend that £200 a month on going out, you're spending around £2,000 for £4,000 a year on going out, all right? That's all right. If it balances your life, that is all right. You still have £653 left, okay? So you want to add socials. What else can we add that I know people will be like at my head for? Cool. I think that's about it, but someone else will say something. But yes, you want to add in whatever bits and pieces that, you know, reflect your life. So then you will have around £653 left. That times that by 12, that's £7,000 that you have in savings or money left over that I would say to put in your freedom money account, because then it's working. Then you could use that £7,000 to invest or to do whatever, okay? And I know there is also a principle that I've read in loads of books, which is to pay yourself first. And some people normally do this at the term of, 10%, for example. So your monthly income, you would put here, which will equal this times it by 0.1 for your 10%, enter. So that's £173.33 would be how much you pay yourself towards your freedom. So then I'll do that here again, times that by 12. That gives me £2,000.80. Okay, so if you want to use that rule, then you could use that rule too. But if you want to use whatever's left over to be paid into your freedom account, that could also be put in there as well. Or you could add a buffer, for unexpected stuff that happen. You could also add that in there as well to help you to kind of deal with that. You might want to put unexpected at £100 a month. So when something does happen, you know, you've got money aside for that. Okay, so let me just do that. So let's say something happens at the end of the year, family needs support with a funeral, anything along them lines, or the house, or anything along them lines. You've got £1,200 stacked to the side to support with any issue. You know, if the issue comes 5 months down the line, you've got £500 to deal with the issue. So it's not impacting you straight away in that month and you feel kind of like you're struggling. It's all about planning in advance, okay? So then that you're left with £553. So, you know, whatever you need to do to align this to show what your income is, you should do that to help you to see how much you can save. Because when you see the compounding impact, that's when you notice how powerful managing your money is, and how much money you actually have access to that you're not actually taking care of, you know? So for example, you might be paying for something extremely crazy and you start to see that, you know, the expenses in a year is crazy. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, look at it. I've probably been very frugal because I'm a frugal person with all my things, but you probably spend, maybe you got a £20 shampoo, you know, and all of this stuff. Then you got to look at, can I actually afford it? Can you actually afford these things? Okay, with this wage that you have monthly, can you actually afford all these things? And when you go through this yourself personally and putting everything in, you will start to see the reality over here. This is where reality is. If you want to be free eventually and start saving and investing, this is where it begins. Money that you're putting aside for yourself, or if you're stocking up on the money that's left over. So if you can put £500 aside, this is how much money you could be putting aside to help you to then invest in your freedom. Okay, this is what you should be putting aside to invest in your freedom. And then, for example, if you have a car, if you have all these stuff, you add it here and you will see the impact it will have on this number here and how much money you have left. And then you would have to examine yourself and say, okay, what needs to come out? What can I not do anymore because I can't afford this lifestyle and it's impacting this area here, your freedom and your monthly amount. Okay, so this is what you want to be looking at. So that was it for this spreadsheet. And if anybody wants this spreadsheet, then please do email me and I'll be happy to send you this spreadsheet for you to kind of go through all your expenses in and have a look. And if you have any questions that you believe I haven't actually accomplished in this video, then please let me know. My advice to you guys today is take care of your money. Make sure you have different categories for what you need, and then you will be able to see when you are overspending or when you are doing something that you shouldn't be doing, and it's right there in your face. And what happened to me when I did this thing was like, damn, where is £400-500 going? That's not going to my expenses or to my direct needs. Where is £500 going? That £500 compounded is a lot of money over 12 months that you could use to invest in something to help double your money or make that money work for you. And this is how you need to be thinking, especially this is for all the people that want to eventually get out of a 9-to-5, or not just be reliant on a 9-to-5. You can keep your 9-to-5, but not just to be reliant on a 9-to-5. You want that security, that flexibility, and that freedom. You want to be using these kind of spreadsheets or money management skills to help you put aside money to invest in stuff that could create freedom for you. Okay, or increase income for you, or all these other stuff. So you have to start taking control of your life. You have to start taking accountability for what your money is doing when it comes into your account. So that is why I think it's very, 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 very important to treat your money like employees. When it's coming in, what is it doing? What is it doing for you? And then where is it going? You need to understand these things so that you're able to stabilize yourself, Okay, if you found this very interesting, if you found this very good, please do leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts, and please leave a like button if you want to see more videos like this, and I'm happy to provide. Thank you again for tuning in with your girl, Miss Bree. Always presenting to you Triple B, business, brains, and